Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood reviewer with InToIt Reviews. Welcome back to the neighborhood. And just a reminder, at the 500 subscriber mark, I'll be giving away a set of KOS KSC75s. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to be considered for the giveaway and be notified of future content from me. So, what seems like an eternity ago, I decided to take the plunge on the Vokyl Erupts after watching another enthusiastic reviewer call them the headphone of the year. This was at the end of 2018. Slightly after watching that review, I got to hear the prototype and was happy with what I heard. So having the final product in hand, was the headphone ultimately worth it? Let's get into it. So the Vokyl Erupts are an Indiegogo campaign that came with a pedigree of sorts. Some of the guys from JDS Labs decided to make a gaming headphone. What they promised was an audiophile set with a 50mm aluminum magnesium driver that could be powered off your everyday run-of-the-mill gaming console. Illustrations for the campaign made reference to the set coming with what appeared to be a nice microphone, a set of nice sheepskin pads, and a mostly metal construction. The final product only fulfilled one of these promises, however. So, what went wrong? To start with, the headphone came with two sets of pleather pads and not lambskin ones. And in short, both of these ruined the sound. The hollow, metallic, and overly V-shaped presentation that other reviewers have reported is what these pads produced. The included cables are also too stiff, rubbery, and came with uniquely odd 2.5mm connectors designed to attach to the ear cups and support wiring for the included microphone as well. In my testing, I could not get the microphone to work properly, neither on my computer nor on my smartphone. Use of the microphone resulted in either distortion or no sound at all. This was kind of a disappointment because I had hoped to potentially use this set for telecommunication purposes. Despite all its faults, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that the Vokyl Erupt is not as bad of a headphone as other reviewers have reported it to be. In fact, I actually quite like it in the end. Is it a perfect headphone? No. But it's fun and entertaining nevertheless. Surprisingly, it also seems to scale unbelievably well, sounding its best on the new addition to the channel, the Gold Note DS10, which is a combination DAC, preamp, headphone amp, streamer that I was able to pick up from Gestalt Audio Designs. And guys, this is one of, if not the cleanest, best sounding DAC amps I've ever heard. Presentation-wise, it reminds me of something that is like a sophisticated RME ADI2, but better. I'll place a link in the description for Gestalt Audio if you're interested in checking out one of these for yourself. It's an expensive product, but considering all that it does, it's so worth it, and I actually think it's a bargain in the end. But back to the headphones for now. Because I went in on the Erupts early, and as a result followed the course of their creation closely, I knew that the pre-production models of this headphone were tuned with the Coney sheepskin fenestrated Bear Dynamics DT style pads. And I verified this with the Vokyl team after my set had already shipped. So even before my set arrived, I ordered a set of these pads to see if they could fix the sound of the Erupts that other reviewers had claimed to be wonky in post-production. And lo and behold, in switching to these pads, the Erupts sound nearly identical to the pre-production set that I remember hearing previously. So changing the pads here effectively saves the Vokyl Erupts from my point of view. So if you want to know what everybody was raving about that generated the sales for this Indiegogo campaign, then give this pad adjustment a shot. I also recommend that people with this unit contact Heart Audio cables and ask for the InToIt Reviews cable for the Vokyl Erupt. This balance cable features Heart Audio Cable's multi-kit interconnect design, which terminates in a male mini 4-pin XLR and consists of a black cable that Y splits into a red and blue cable that travels to the ear cups. Terminations at the base of the ear cups is a unique pinout, and James at Heart Audio Cable was able to work his magic to get it to run in balanced operation for me. So with this setup, what do the Vokyl Erupts sound like? They have a giant, expansive, and wide soundstage. They image fairly well overall, but there is an odd presentation at times where sounds in front of you seem naturally further away in the foreground, and other sounds presented at the side of your head seem unnaturally closer to your ears. The sound presented in front of you also seem to have better clarity and detail than the sounds presented at the sides. Nevertheless, they have pretty decent clarity overall without most of the cave-like or metallic presentation that they have in their stock form. Vocals are definitely in the mix on this set, and I would not call them recessed, but if you're someone who likes vocals pushed forward, then this would not be the set for you. Dynamics have initial weight to them at impact, but they do fall off rather quickly and have limited sustain. While this may sound like a criticism, it actually makes them fairly punchy and easy to listen to at the same time. In one listening session, I had no problem listening to primarily hip-hop music without any bass fatigue over the course of that session. Mids have a mild scoop to them, but not overly so, and treble is lively and articulate, but never harsh. Overall, this gives the set a detailed but somewhat relaxed presentation that is unique and easy to listen to over time. Some may associate a relaxed presentation with warmth, but this is not what you'll get here. Instead, timbre is airy and does retain a tinge of metallicness, but this was also somewhat amp dependent, as the Erupts displayed more metallic properties on the THX AAA 789 compared to the Gold Note DS10, for example. For reference, I would say that the retained metallic characteristics are akin to something like a Vokyl Clear. I should also note that the set is physically comfortable to use for sustained periods of time as well. The headphones do have some weight to them, but with the pad adjustment and the built-in suspension strap, they almost feel weightless on my head for the most part, even if I do look a bit odd wearing them. In summation, the Erupts are not a critical listening set that a pure audiophile is likely to enjoy, but they do some unique and interesting things, especially in the soundstage, and they are enjoyable to listen to for sustained periods of time. As long as you're willing to fix them up with a pad adjustment from Deconi and a new cable from Heart Audio, that is. And with that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. And I'm out for now.